Hello and welcome to Profiles in Risk. This is your host, Tony Cañas, and today I have with me Matthew Fastow, CEO at CoverFlow. Matthew, thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
Going great. How are you, Tony?
Fantastic. So we are recovering from ITC. It's only Tuesday, the week after ITC. Um, and it looks like you are based in San Francisco. So October in San Francisco. This is kind of like summer for you guys, right? This is like the a little bit warmer.
We don't have seasons. We just have wind and chilliness. So, it's I really can't complain. I grew up in Texas where every day of the summer it's like 100 degrees. And then I lived in New Jersey where every day of the winter it's, like 30. And so I'm chilling.
The weather in the Bay is absolutely and thoroughly beautiful. Uh,
Yeah.
all right, so we always give the guest a chance to give the elevator pitch. What is CoverFlow?
Yeah, super happy to talk about it. Well, CoverFlow is my company, and CoverFlow really at its core is a way for insurance brokerages to only worry about what they care most about, which is customer happiness. So how do we accomplish that? We accomplish that in two primary ways. The first is we automate away a huge chunk of the paperwork and the busy work that brokers and account managers find themselves doing on a day-to-day basis. And second is we provide you a much wider blanket of E&O protection than most insurance brokerages have baked in currently, so that you can rest easy at night. You don't have to stay up stressing about that.
That's a very interesting conversation. You a very interesting idea. You're the very first insurtech I chat with on the automation process improvement type side that offers or that talks about the fact that they offer better E&O or wider E&O. So that's interesting. How are those two things related? How is this one service? Like how does the E&O play into it?
Yeah, absolutely. So really the way that we automate stuff away is we take what most brokers are currently having account managers manually scan, or they're sending to Patra or Resource Pro or some other BPO. And we run them through very specialized, fine-tuned AI models that have been trained with brokers who've been doing this for decades to identify everything that a human might miss. Because, you know, every brokerage has super experienced account managers that have been doing this for decades, but everybody's human and things always slip through. And from the brokers that we've talked to, those are the things that keep them up at night because, you know, you can service as many clients as you want, but, you miss the wrong limit on the wrong policy and you can get sued for millions. And that's terrifying to everyone. And so, what's so exciting to us about like the advent of all this AI technology is that it allows you to do both, Tony, in a way that, previous technologies haven't. It allows you to be faster and to be more accurate. And that's really our mission.
All right. Um, so there's many providers on the automation side of our industry, process improvement side of our industry, and you you've mentioned them by name and you've got them listed on your website. Kind of the two best known ones, right? Patra and Resource Pro. So on the website, analyze policies and update your management system 96% quicker than Patra or Resource Pro.
Yeah.
How is that possible? Uh, like, so yeah, so how can CoverFlow be that much faster than the established players in that space?
Well, if Patra Resource Pro were to hire like the fastest speed reader in the world, then I think we'd have to take that statistic down. But LLMs can just, by their nature, process information at such a higher rate than any human can, no matter how smart that human is, no matter how fast they are. Um, just inherent to the technology, we can scan through 200 pages in 3 minutes, and a human is going to take, I don't know how long, probably 200 minutes. Maybe the super fast ones will take, 50 to 100. But it's just the nature of the technology. And obviously, our main priority then is we know we have the speed. How are we going to ensure the accuracy? And that's what we have partnered with brokers over the past year for, is working with brokers who've been in this for decades, having us constantly compared to what Patro and Resource Pro are outputting. And we've really gotten to a point where I think we're matching them, sometimes exceeding them in terms of accuracy for all these tasks.
All right. And it plugs into the AMS.
Correct.
Uh which AMSs can it already plug into?
So we have customers who are currently plugged in to Epic with our system. And what that looks like is we can copy data back and forth. Um, you can use the product without the AMS enhancement. It's fully functional. We just know that, a lot of people don't want to be visiting two separate platforms, uploading and downloading documents between them. So it's just a nice process enhancement.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, policy checking and proposals in under 20 minutes.
Mhm.
Uh, all right. How did you realize? Oh no, I'm jumping ahead. Okay. So um what is the implementation like? So a listener that runs a brokerage and this sounds like something they want to try. What does it look like coming online with you guys?
It looks like sending me an email and setting up one meeting, and then, we can get you on the platform. Uh, to demo the product out, it's super straightforward. We can give you access pretty much the next day. You can run your policies through our system. If, the output isn't something that you like or you think is useful, you can say goodbye. Otherwise, we offer free 1 month to 3 month trials, depending on the size of the brokerage. And you can start using it with your team pretty much the next day. What we usually recommend is selecting, 1 to 5 brokers slash account managers within your organization who are going to spearhead the product. And what my co-founder and I do is we work really closely with those 1 to 5 staff members throughout the trial period and get the product to a point where it is genuinely super useful to you and your internal workflows. Um, and we're super responsive for those 1 to 3 months. Like, you call me at 6 p.m. on a Sunday, I'll pick up. You call me at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, I'll pick up. Um, we're masochists at our customers' benefit. So,
Okay. Okay, and so I love the 1 to 3 month trial period
yeah.
and the easy implementation. What is the pricing like?
The pricing is also very straightforward. There are lots of policy checking systems that are starting to enter the market. Pricing gets a little murky for most of them. With us, it's always a one-time fee. So for every policy or for every quote that you input into our system, you pay for it once. Once you've analyzed it, you can do whatever you want with it. You can export a report, you can generate a proposal for your client, you can generate a comparison with another policy or set of policies, and all of that is entirely free and included. To give you a rough range, it's about $2 to $3 for every policy or quote. We expect that to come down over the coming months or years because the price of AI compute is decreasing every month. And so if that continues to happen, then we would love to transfer some of that cost savings onto our customers and, just keep saving them more money in addition to us.
Okay, so when it comes to AI compute processing, we're still very much in a Moore's law, diminishing cost fairly quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, we're all crossing our fingers that Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, continues to deliver on the innovation that he has been delivering on. And I do think that he will, and I do think that chip makers like NVIDIA will continue to perform very highly. And if the trend that's held for the last 3 to 4 years continues to hold, then in 5 to 10 years, what costs $1 now is really going to cost like 1 cent.
All right. Um, how did you realize that this wasn't an issue within the insurance space and that you were the right people to solve it?
Yeah, it's it's a great question. And the more people I meet in insurance, the more I realize that we all just stumbled into it. Not many people are, 6 years old and in their kindergarten class and dreaming of becoming an insurance broker, and that's totally okay. That's not to say that being an insurance broker isn't a fascinating job, because I think it doesn't get the respect that it deserves. But we all kind of stumble into it. And so my co-founder Akash is a very close friend of mine from college. We've known each other for about 7 years now, and a little over a year ago, we set out to build an automation tool for salespeople. And we weren't very opinionated about which salespeople we were interested in targeting. We were really just thinking like sales is such a hassle, such a manual process, so stressful for the salesperson. I'm sure there's something we can build that's going to speed things up and just make them a little bit less stressed. My co-founder Akash was finding every salesperson he could talk to, and he came across an insurance broker. And at the time, I will admit I knew so little about insurance or the insurance brokerage industry. But Akash had this conversation with him, and he was like, "You got to talk to this guy." And I talked to him as well, and it was just like night and day. I think everybody dreams about building their own startup. At least I'm in Silicon Valley. Everybody here is dreaming about it. Um, but what they don't realize is all the late nights that you're going to be spending doing this type of thing. And when you're up at 2 a.m., like you want to be building for somebody that you care about. And what stood out to us about the broker that we initially connected with, and pretty much every broker that we've met since then, is they're just really genuine, down to earth people. And that's what carries me through all of the late nights, is knowing that I am building for a type of salesperson who's really out there to add value to their clients and protect their clients from terrible events. And I can't say the same of every salesperson in every industry. And that's really like the ethos that drives the company, I would say.
Fantastic. Yeah, this is not investment banking or Wall Street. Uh, Insurance is largely ran and staffed by really caring people. They don't stay in it because it's glamorous, because it's not. Right. Now,
Obviously.
on the brokerage side, there's good money. The survival rate is slow, but there's good money. But in order to make it, you have to care. Uh, and we truly do make a difference. What we sell is a really weird product or service that, if things go well, you never use.
Yeah.
Uh, and then
Hope to never use.
exactly, and then very
Yeah.
few of your clients have a claim on any given a year, and then that's where they really realize the value of what they're paying for. Um, what what are the clients saying? And you're free to share client names if they allow you. If not, that's fine. But what are the clients saying? What kind of ROI are they getting from the product?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, If you're curious about client names, the ones that are comfortable with us sharing their names are all on our website, which is coverflow.tech. But to answer your question, what ROI are we delivering for clients? Currently we're working very closely with 5 agencies. And I can tell you right now, in each one of those 5 agencies, we've never had an agency cancel a contract. So we've never had one start using the product, determine that it's not useful, and not continue after their trial period. And that's because the cost and time savings are just so much more dramatic than people think they will be before they start the product. Like, we can tell you that you're going to save 96% of your time, but you don't really feel that. Like, you see that number and you think, oh, like, oh, that sounds nice. But then the first moment that you use it and you generate a comparison between, let's say, like two 300-page commercial package policies, and it's done in 20 minutes and it's all analyzed and compared for you, you're like, oh shit, like this is a game changer. And we've gotten that same reaction every time we've onboarded with a new client.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love having you on the podcast early in the life of the
Yeah.
company.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's hope in 3 years when we're still around, you can have us on and I'm a much flashier CEO.
I always like bringing them back for updates as things mature. But yeah, I love having you on early stage. Um, what is coming in the future of the product? So what else is in the development pipeline that you can already talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple things. First is just the generic time and cost savings. We expect costs to go down. We expect time to go down as well. Just keep saving our customers more of those. And that's really the top priority. We're always refining that. Um, in terms of cool features that you're going to see on top of the top cost and time savings, there are a couple. We have our Epic integration. We upload and download documents from the platform all of the time. I think there's so much more that we can do in that realm. I think like there's not just PDF level data that we should or can be uploading and downloading from the platform. I think, in terms of long-term vision, what we would love is like you drop a policy into our system, no matter what the line is, no matter, what schedules it includes, commercial, personal, we extract everything 100% accurately, and it just ends up completely filled into your Epic system or Vertifor or Easy Links, whatever AMS, our customers are using. And just having that 100% end-to-end pipeline. Because, we've talked with a lot of insurance executives at this point, and a common refrain that we hear is, I don't want a 20% solution, I want an 80% solution. And if it's less than 80%, I'm not even going to waste my time. And so, I think we're there. We're at 80%, and the goal is to keep driving up and up and up. And maybe, in 3 years and 5 years, your account managers don't even have to spend any time in Epic filling out anything by hand. We just plug into all of your data streams, and everything is just continuously updated and accurate.
The dream.
That's the dream.
Fantastic, Matthew. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
Uh,
you.
it's fantastic to see the promise of AI starting to really pay off in our industry and to really free us from the mountains of crap work
Yeah.
that that have historically been part of our complex industry. So yeah, thank you so much for your time. Look forward to have you back in a couple of years as you have scaled.
Yeah, of course. I'll be here anytime for you, Tony.